What's going on? This is Gregatron, and Slaughterhouse is my favorite rap group. uh, can't get enough of those guys, so why not make a top 10 list of all their songs? So I had to do this. Number 10, Rescue Me. This song came out last summer on the album, Welcome to Our House. This song is awesome. It's fairly short, but it's pretty intense. They're basically talking about problems they're currently having. It's called Rescue Me, so these guys are saying that's not what they're saying. They're saying they need help. You know, they're not afraid to tell the truth. They're just saying what it is. Like Crooked Eye will say, "I wake up and my shirt is leaking." Or Joe Budden I really liked said, "I got a soulmate that's naive, so the thought of me is prison to her. A baby mother that's crazy, and a 10-year-old that listens to her." That whole song, it's just a lot of fun. It's a really good song. Number 9, I have Monsters in My Head. Came out not too long ago. It's also a personal song, but they're kind of talking about the past as well as the present. So it just depends on whose verse you're listening to. But it's a really awesome song. So check out Monsters in My Head. Uh, I talked about personal, but number 8 is Skeletons. That's doesn't get a whole lot more personal than that. Royce is not in this song, Royce to 5'9", but the other three are. Uh, it is incredible. Uh, Joel Ortiz mentioned how he sold crack to a pregnant woman. And Crooked Eye he talks about his life as a kid growing up, how he wanted to fit in. And of course, Joe Budden will do what he does best. So that's a really good song. It was on Joe Budden's album, No Love Lost. So check that out. I also think that's the best song on the album. So number 7, I have Whack MCs. This came out a while ago. Whack MCs is just a lot of fun. It's pretty lyrical. It feels to me like, I don't know if this is the case, but it's almost like they're trying to compete on who has the best verse. It's that much fun. It's that good. It's that lyrical. It's witty. Everybody's got good stuff to say. And this is one of those songs where, sometimes you're like, okay, so and so had the best verse. Or, yeah, this person had the best verse. But Whack MCs is one of those songs where it's tough to tell who had the best verse because everybody did so good. Number 6, I have Raindrops. Now, Raindrops came out on their first album. What was that? 2010. It was a while ago. But it's a great song. They're talking about life growing up, some hardships they had. I remember Royce had a pretty memorable verse, but you got to listen to Raindrops if you haven't. Everybody should have heard that song. It's got a good hook too. Number 5, The Warriors. Now, The Warriors is another lyrical song. It's like everybody's going in, like I said, kind of like Whack MCs where they're competing, but better. The Warriors came out on a Street Hop. That was a Royce album from a while back. But it's like two songs put into one. Because like all four of them will rap and then start over and slow down and then rap again. So like everybody has two verses and it's incredible. It's just too powerful, and like how they have two verses, that's like all a part of the formula. So you have to listen to the Warriors. That was number 5. Number 4 is Goodbye. Goodbye came out on Welcome to Our House, and it is just, they paint pictures, man. It's unbelievable. Royce isn't in this song either though. Uh, Joe Budden will talk about the kids that he almost had. He was going to be a dad to some twins. Uh, Crooked Eye talks about his dad who was never in his life. And Joel Ortiz, to me, had the best verse. He talks about his grandma, and I can relate to that the most. But it's not like Joel's verse was a lot better than the others. That's just my personal preference. But all three verses were really deep, and they were really incredible, and they were really memorable. So you have to listen to Goodbye. That to me, that's one of the best songs they ever put out. Goodbye. So number three, I have Microphone. This came out on the first album, which was just called Slaughterhouse. Microphone really got me into Slaughterhouse more. You know, everybody's going in. You can tell they had a lot of fun with this. They were enjoying themselves. Uh, the formula for this, they keep saying things that relate to Microphone. Then they start rapping. So they they killed it, man. Everybody. Uh, Microphone is just one of those songs that you gotta love. Like if you don't like Microphone, then there's something wrong with you. Number two, I have Truth or Truth. Truth or Truth came out on it was last summer with On the House. Yeah, that mixtape. This song is just unbelievable. It's called Truth or Truth for a reason. No one's lying in this song. There's no bullshit. It's probably the longest song they've ever had. Like it's also the most honest. So you know they're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna get into like individual points, but Joe Budden and Crooked Eye, they'll rap and then afterwards tell a story. You know, those stories are pretty strong. Uh, this song in general, it's one of those songs where you're gonna go back to and examine it and listen to it over and over, and like it really sticks with you. Truth or Truth, it's like intellectually you're gonna have to go back to that and process it. I still hear new things when I hear Truth or Truth. So. But yeah, number one, the best Slaughterhouse song to me is Move On. Now, this is, I think this was the first song they made. No, it wasn't. It was one of the earlier ones. I don't think it was the first. But Move On, basically, they're talking about their life before Slaughterhouse, before there was Slaughterhouse, uh, their past, maybe their record label. Like Crooked Eye might mention Death Row. Royce will talk about Eminem and what was going down with those guys. Joel Ortiz kind of talks about being poor, and Joe Budden just raps. But it's it's just too good. All four verses are important. All four verses you get to meet these MCs, you get to understand them, you get to know where they're coming from, who they are. You really get to feel their personality through Move On, and that's what's important. That's what a lot of rappers can't do nowadays. But you really have an understanding of where they're coming from and why Slaughterhouse is so special. So Move On. There's actually two versions. It's a Joel Ortiz song. It's him and Joe Budden. But listen to the one that's 8 minutes. That's the one with all four of them. It's like 8 minutes and 8 seconds, something like that. But yeah, you have to hear these 10 songs. Now there's a lot of other good songs that didn't quite make the top 10, like We Outta Here and the song Slaughterhouse. Hammer Dance, Gone, Cut You Loose, Devil's Got a Hold of Me, which was a Travis Barker joint actually. But yeah, you guys gotta check Slaughterhouse out. They're the best. I'm Gregatron, and I'm happy that you guys watched.